Hi guys, welcome to my channel, welcome to my new clip. Curious to see what happened to these pilots in the Peruvian Andes routes? Stay tuned on this motorcycle adventure. Rarely do 7 motorcyclists ride these deserted Andes Passes. Meanwhile, I'll tell you a little bit about the yauyos in the region. I'm sure you'll like it. We are in the south of Peru and have just arrived in this small Andean village of 500 souls, called Laraos. Typical of this village are the very old terraces that date from the time of the Incas, hundreds as far as I can see. From here we will make our way over 3 high passes from Laraos to reach finally Huancavelica. With the first sunbeams, all 7 pilots are awake. One last photo of the little village of Laraos with its idyllic lake, and then let's go. Hit the road. The switch from asphalt to off-road is not easy at first. A little fall here and there in the tight corners, but soon we are in our rhythm. The night was not easy for everyone. At 300 meters, the lack of oxygen plagues. But the anticipation of the adventure drives away all the headache. In addition, the mate de coca tea also does its part, same as the good coffee. The owner family of the small hostel always spoils us very much. While we are climbing the first Andes Pass, my thoughts get stuck on what I have just learned about the terraces of Laraos. For me it was completely new that the yauyos, as their culture is called, worked 250 hectares of farmland out of the steep mountain slopes here under the most difficult circumstances. What an achievement! Today, 500 years later, the Peruvian government recognizes the enormous value of these terraces and has been investing several million dollars in projects to rebuild these terraces throughout the entire Peru since 2014. Laraos is getting $1 million, investing it in water tanks and irrigation systems, and also training their farmers in new farming methods and improving marketing. Today, 43 families are involved to bring these impressive roots of the yauyos and ancestors back to life. We now have our first pass with more than 4,800 meters. But we made it. It is always important to gather the entire group at special points to inspect all bikes, especially after the falls, before we continue. And what happened here? A small leak on the BMW needs our attention. Thanks to a Colex special sealing adhesive, the hole is quickly repaired, the journey continues. A little shock remains. The place with the countless curves is just epic. Fortunately, we have no snow today. The last time there was a snow and hailstorm that painted everything white within minutes and made the way a lot more difficult. But today the sun is shining from the bright blue sky. But here, at the height, you always have to be prepared for anything. Because from now on it will be more lonely and deserted on our way through the Andes. At the most, we will pass 2 other small villages. As soon as the valley opens, grass begins to grow, and we see the first shepherds with their flocks of sheep and llama. Ascent to the second Andean Pass, but it's rather easy, but still impressive. The landscape changes its face again, many lakes up here, well over 4,000 meters, really nice. The thoughts are still circling in my head. How is it possible? When 500 years ago, such a zealous culture won these immense terraces from the mountain, and today we don't even manage to cultivate them successfully. What happened to us? Where is the desired progress? I will probably have to deal with these questions more. What kind of people the Yauyos? But I can say that there is a very special flair here in Laraos. That is certainly why I love coming back here again and again. We leave the broader path to get directly lost. But thanks to Maps.me, no problem. The detour is worth it, the route is excellent. First signs, we are on the right track. Many wonderful lakes invite you to unpack your tent and fishing rod, but that won't work today. Maybe next time. And the condition of the route is excellent, which tempts you to drive a little too fast. Coming to the next valley with a great descent, because that's what we enjoy. Off-road motorcycling in these perfect conditions. And already we have arrived in the village of Huancavelica, where we will first have a lunch break, time to exchange experiences, relax, refresh a bit, and ready to go again in the direction of Huancavelica. This gives me the opportunity to report what awaits us in one of the poorest regions of the country. In this almost 500-year-old city with 50,000 inhabitants, something amazing awaits us. For example, I did not even know at all that here in Huancavelica was the only significant mercury mine on the entire American continent, the Santa Barbara mine. Long before California could supply the gold and silver mines with the irreplaceable mercury for refining, there was only Santa Barbara as an important source. Also remarkable that already in 1920 the railway came here, but unfortunately only the 8 mighty churches remain today as a sign of the prosperity. Because today life up here in the Andes is rather hard and barren. The typical gastronomy that awaits us is the mondongo soup, invented here, and also the pachamanca. The former is a fancy soup with a variety of ingredients, including stomach, I think. Yes, I think it's stomach. I do not care so much. It's part of the adventure to try what the locals are offering. At least, if it is clean, you have to try it. The second is a dish prepared in the ground with hot stones, which was traditionally prepared directly in the fields of harvest time. In addition, tomorrow you could visit a forest from Puyas raimondis. This very unique plant, a huge plant, well known here in South America but very special in Peru, and the forest is very close to Huancavelica. As you can see, boring? By no means. More likely, we will run out of time again. How would I summarize the day in the tour? With small surprises, we had a great day with all 7 drivers in an unbelievable beautiful landscape. And of course, lots of nice experiences. For example, in the small village of Acombia, we were warmly welcomed by the entire police crew, because they had heard our motorcycles from far away and they wanted to know and to see what we wanted here. A nice experience. We talked a lot. Very, very nice. What I have learned in terms of people and culture makes me richer. That's why I am so excited about these tours through the different regions of Peru.